Welcome to the channel. I hope you're having a great day. I'm having an absolutely terrible day. Lonzo Ball was ruled out for the remainder of the NBA season because of that damn left knee. Lonzo, if you needed a left knee, you could have just called me pimp. And I'm also having a terrible day because my favorite franchise is probably going to crash and burn for the rest of the time. If you don't know what my favorite franchise is, thank God you asked. My favorite franchise is Ghost Recon. I've been a Ghost Recon fan since I was a child. These games are really special. They're well-made games. Their PvE levels were so well done. Oh my God, the four-player co-op that Ghost Recon Future Soldier gave you was one of the funnest things you can possibly do. Hell, the PvP on Graw 2 and Ghost Recon Future Soldier, some of the most competitive tactical stuff ever. And then somehow, some way, we got Wildlands and Breakpoint from that franchise. Today, we're going to be talking about how Ubisoft is going to burn everything that has to do with Tom Clancy, but especially how they've already burned and sent Ghost Recon straight to hell. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, we're just going to start off with this little, this little screenshot right here. Ghost Recon Breakpoint is finally not going to be supported anymore. I'm surprised these guys even stuck with it this long, depending on just based off the fact that it was such a huge failure, especially from the start. I'm surprised that they stuck with it this long. So kudos to them, but in Ubisoft fashion, they release garbage, and then when the garbage doesn't, stand on its 2 feet, it doesn't really stand on its 2 legs, and it's only about 300 people playing the fucking game, even though I know it's more than 300 people, you Ghost Recon nerds. But once they realized that this game was never really gonna take off because it's just not a well-made game, again, they did the typical Ubisoft shit. They pulled the plug. And we're not going to read this whole Humpty Dumpty ass message because, bro, it's a whole bunch of bullshit. But I just want to point out the fact that they feel like it was somehow noteworthy to point out the fact that they released the return of AI teammates. Like they say, we released more than 11 fucking updates, right? And we supported the game with several unique initiatives, and for whatever reason, mentioning the fact that they brought back AI teammates made the list. That should let you know where the hell Ghost Recon is right now. To where if you can say that, oh, we brought AI teammates back and that's a flex, it's fucking terrible. Now, we want to start off with Wildlands. Ghost Recon Wildlands was the first of the open world Ghost Recon games. You will see that I'm not putting gameplay of neither Breakpoint or Wildlands on the screen because I'm not playing either of those fucking trash games. But Wildlands, when it dropped, it was mid. It was mid. It was just a whole bunch of shit on the map. It was probably one of the biggest memes that dropped was that it was just a whole bunch of shit on the map that was pointless. It was like, hey, you want to go here and steal some supplies from the same type of enemy over and over again? Well, go do it. We have 1 million of those on the map. It was a huge fucking map for no reason. Big as hell, not really much to do. It was just a whole bunch of shit on the map. Just because there's a whole bunch of missions doesn't mean it's much to do. It was the same old thing, just repetitive ass missions. And the game didn't even drop with no damn PvP, which was absurd for a Ghost Recon game. I couldn't even remember the last. It was 2 Ghost Recon games that were literally only PvP for the return to the franchise to be a fucking PvE only experience. I can't believe that made it through. But Wildlands, it at least dropped mid. All right, we were like, all right, man, this is what we coming back to as Ghost Recon fans. We at least got something. And as the game went on, it got updates. Sooner or later, it got the PvP update. And this is really where I want to focus my brain power in, because as a Ghost Recon fan, I have always been a PvP guy. For whatever reason, Ghost Recon Wildlands decided to be a poor man's Rainbow Six Siege, have maps fucking bigger than Battlefield maps with only 4 fucking players. The main game mode was elimination, and elimination was 8-minute rounds, and it was basically, hey, if you want to camp and sit on your ass, you can do that for 8 fucking minutes. There was almost zero punishment for playing like a fucking pussy. And it's not playing tactical. Putting on a ghillie suit, picking a sniper class, and sitting in your spawn, nothing about that is tactical. If you play like that, you were a fucking loser. And you still are a fucking loser. But even then, with how, poorly made the PvP was, how it was obviously they didn't get anybody that had any lick of skill to playtest that, because, man, if it was some skillful people playing, they would have been like, hey, man, something gotta happen. We at least gotta have an objective somewhere or something, right? And before you fucking fanboys go, oh, it wasn't objective, there was this big ass like recon tower in the middle of the map that was completely exposed to every single angle possible, so that the people who are sitting on their ass with the snipers all the way in the back playing like bitches, they've been waiting this whole 8-minute round. They don't wait it 6 minutes. You finally decide, all right, well, let's at least get the fucking recon tower so we can get some intel on this guy. He's in the back sniping in his spawn. He kills everybody. So that objective does not count. It does not help you win. And then most importantly, somebody thought it would be a good idea to put it right in the fucking open. So did they really put an objective in the game? Of course not. That's not what happened. It was just dudes sitting with ghillie suits, spamming their abilities and just sniping and shit. But when you played the game with your friends and you coordinated, it was fun. It set like a little foundation right there. Wildlands PvP. It set a little foundation. You're like, it can't get any worse than this. And then, lo and behold, they ended up releasing the sabotage game mode, which nobody voted for. Nobody ever voted for the sabotage mode. It was like the MW3 like voting system, the old COD voting system where everybody in the lobby would have a chance on voting. Everyone would keep playing elimination, and everybody would just sit in the back of their fucking spawn. But every single time you played sabotage, people actually did stuff. They were actually moving. If the enemy team were just a whole bunch of bots that decided to sit in the back of the fucking map, it wasn't like they got rewarded for that weak ass shit. So you played the objective and you win. It was fun. The PvE experience got more and more updates. They added more stuff. They added the Predator in the game and nut shit like that. Bro, ever since Tom Clancy passed away, these niggas at Ubisoft have been wilding out. But at least Wildlands, it started as mid, and to me it ended as an okay game. It wasn't a fucking good Ghost Recon game, because Ghost Recon has set the bar so fucking high to me. The past Ghost Recon games, especially Future Soldier, which is my favorite one, Future Soldier and Graw 2, my favorite fucking Ghost Recon games, they are clearly above Wildlands and Breakpoint. So I was like, this shit was, I guess, a okay game, but it wasn't really a good Ghost Recon. They announced that Breakpoint's finna drop, and we know how Breakpoint dropped. That Breakpoint dropped as a fucking looter shooter. It was basically the Division mixed in with Ghost Recon. It was the dumbest shit ever. You were fighting fucking robots. Like, we went from fucking tactical pow shooting the Mexican cartel guys to having to fucking fight Optimus Prime. Like, someone at Ubisoft was like, yeah, man, the Ghost Recon franchise, this is what we need. We need to fucking fight Optimus Prime with a health bar. And we need gear stats. Can't believe the game dropped like that. And then don't even forget about the microtransactions and how egregious they were. You want to drop $10 on a red site? On a red dot site? Here you go, nigga. Go ahead and do that. Ghost Recon Breakpoint, the launch was so bad that it actually ended up delaying other Ubisoft titles. Like, that's how underperforming the game was. It was just such a bad game from launch, and the foundation of Ghost Recon Breakpoint was terrible from the fucking start. So there was really nothing to expect. The PvP mode got worse. You have to fucking run around. Imagine you play, like, I don't know, you play Rainbow Six Siege, right? And imagine to get your health, right? To get your health back, you have to run to this pre-designated area, and it's always there. The health is always at this pre-designated area, and every time you take damage, you have to go there. Now, let's say you want to use your fucking ability, right? You want to use your ability? All right, well, you can use it one good time, and then after that, you got to go find these damn adrenaline shots, and they're in these same pre-designated spots that everyone knows. And craziest part about it is, if my memory serves me correct, while playing this trash-ass Breakpoint PvP, they weren't even marked on the map. I believe they were marked on the map on Wildlands. They're not even fucking marked on the map, and they spawn at the same exact fucking place every time, instead of just fucking giving you, I don't know, the equipment or doing anything that makes some damn sense. There was no ranked mode for this. It was just basically, hey, you want to play casual and just play against whatever fucking bots exist? Go ahead. And then once again, that stupid ass elimination game mode that doesn't need to be in a fucking tactical shooter. No tactical shooter should have a fucking team deathmatch. It's rare that you see tactical shooting games with only team deathmatch as an option, even if team deathmatch is a fucking option. So it was just mind-blowing to me how much the ball for Ghost Recon has been dropped. I mean, dude, they're talking about some until next time goes. From the entire Ghost Recon team, we want to thank you again for your continued support and love you have for the franchise. The feedback you've given us for Ghost Recon Breakpoint has been instrumental and will help shape the future of the franchise. Yo, the last time they said something about, we're doing this for the fans, we're doing this for the community, we're doing this with the feedback, they dropped fucking Breakpoint. Ubisoft keeps getting away with this shit, and the craziest thing is, because my first videos on this channel were about, was about Ghost Recon Breakpoint and how fucking shit it was when it dropped. There were Ubisoft fanboys in my comments going, what are you talking about? This game's amazing. And if you go to the Twitter post where these guys are basically like telling you that, hey, we're giving up on a game, you will see so many guys in the comments like, oh man, really? It's going away? Really? Get the fuck out of here, dude. Niggas talking about some make Breakpoint playable offline. Nigga, that shit is not fucking happening. That shit's not happening. Them niggas won't do shit that the consumer asked for, man. You gotta be real, man. Ghost Recon is bullshit. And it's only gonna get worse with the more dick riding that these guys do. Because the more dick riding these guys do, the more these devs go, see, people like our game. We gotta get that shit out of here, man. We don't need no more. We don't need no fucking more MMOs. We don't need none of that shit. We need a Ghost Recon game that is a cover shooter, that has great PvP at the start, objective-based PvP at the start, and co-op campaign from the start. That is not no open world bullshit. We need a linear story again. They gotta stop, man. We gotta stop, man. Stop supporting this trash ass fucking franchise. Stop supporting this trash ass company. Anyways, this is a little quick Ghost Recon rant. Look, man, if you like Ghost Recon, you're a fucking weirdo. I can't even go. You just like the game. If you're a Ghost Recon fan, you've been a fan for a long time, and you're forcing yourself to like these games. You don't have to do it, man. Just put it down. Just let it go. Just go buy Future Soldier on Steam, bro, if it's hurting you that much. Because that's what I did. I don't know what to tell you, bro. It's over with. The good days are completely fucking over with, brother. But it is what it is. Hopefully Ghost Recon can get back to a good point. Hope you guys enjoyed this quick little rant. If you did and you stayed this far, leave a like. And if you're new to the channel, you should definitely subscribe. That's all of them. Hell yeah. Put your punk ass up.
We have the package.
That nigga had him a drippy ass gun and I be busting worth shit.